Okay, so we've changed location now.
I know, yeah.
And
And it's
we're
not cost us
down.
anything.
Yeah. In amongst all of the books,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I love Waterstones. I love just coming in here.
I worship them.
And browsing.
Yeah, no, I do.
And it may sound very strange, but the smell, I love the smell of new books and.
Really?
Very strange.
Okay. I'm just moving away now. I don't normally come into the adult section though. I normally stick to the YA and the kids section.
Yeah.
Not really, I read the odd adult book, but only because somebody's recommended it and said you must read this.
So we talked about earlier about your book being #1 in the Waterstones chart, and it has been. Hasn't it?
Yeah, several times now, yeah.
And you've been in taking photographs. And,
we're like stalkers. Everybody is though. If anybody comes into Waterstones and who knows me and sees my book at #1 or #2, whatever position it's in, they're like straight on the phone or it's straight up on Facebook. I've seen your book and it's at number so and so in the chart, so it's really good. Yeah.
But I mean, that must make you feel.
The first #1, I actually didn't see myself. You saw it, Jason saw it, and somebody else saw it, and all rang me and said it's at #1. I was like, what? So that was really nice that you all got to experience that for me.
That you'd beaten Jordan. That's what.
Well, it's really funny because you said I'd beaten Jordan, Jason said I'd beaten Dan Brown, and somebody else rang up and said that I'd beaten Peter Mandelson. Shows what type of readers you are, doesn't it, really? It defines you as an individual.
It does, yeah. But, so let's talk a little bit about your books.
Yes.
Now, the 13th, both books I've read, literally, I think overnight, because I'm a bit crazy. The 13th was just mind-blowing for me. I've read it kind of about 3 times, and there's still bits in it that I thought, wow, I never noticed that. Yeah. And the whole thing, just the characters, like we said before, they're so real.
Yeah.
But you have got such a way of writing that there's so many twists and turns.
Yeah.
That you just don't notice it. You have to read.
They're very subtle, a lot of them as well. They are very subtle.
So we'll talk a little bit about. Now, Val is obviously the main character. She's your British superhero.
Yeah.
Is she you? Is she based on you?
She has some of my personality traits. Yeah. Being a bit of a loner, and not fitting in much at school. Yeah, she does have some. And I'm normally wearing my Converse. We were just talking about this. I normally wear Converse, and I couldn't today because it was dangerous for my own health. But yes, she's just. I am a boy girl. And I've never been attracted to shopping in girly shops. None of those things have ever attracted me. So yeah, she does have quite a bit of me in her.
Do you think sort of all the characters have got a little bit of you in the fact that you've
no, Delta is
created
completely
them?
my friend Paula, and she hates when I say that. She'll go, "Don't say that. It's not true," because of what happens obviously in the story.
Yeah.
But I have to take from other people and put them into the story.
Yeah.
Or things that I see in their personalities, because I'm not Jason, I'm not Shane, so.
I mean, talking about sort of Delta, now she's a right character.
Yeah.
And this
very
is what
polite.
I mean. Yeah. Well, this is what I mean about the twists and turns
Yeah.
in your book, because I read the 13th, and it really is like the last few sort of pages, chapters and such, where you think, oh my God. And then I'm going back through the book, trying to work out
where it happens.
And actually you've never actually said that she's a fantastic person, that she's a wonderful friend to Val, but because we're programmed, I think, to think the best of people.
If somebody's your best friend, they're the best person in the world.
And like you say, that it was so subtle as well.
There's things that she does all the way through the story that when you look back lead you to understand why she is the way she is and why she did what she did. And obviously in book 2, her real personality starts to really come out, and she has a lot more to do, I can tell you. But in book 1, for example, she's sat on the bed when Val goes through the television screen, and she makes a phone call, and I never tell you who she's talking to. No. I never say who she's speaking to. I just leave it for you to assume, and that's what it is. It's the assumption that she must be ringing Shane, or she must be ringing so-and-so, or she must be doing, it is subtle. It is really subtle. And it wasn't until about chapter 4 or 5 where I thought, goodness me, this girl is really evil.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't even know it. I was writing her as a best friend. And I went back and started to look at it and I thought, well, just a minute, she's just, everything that she does has a double side to the sword, you know. And then it started to sort of create in my mind, and that was it. I was off.
And so you're saying that Delta's based on your friend Paul?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Now she
is my best friend. She's not evil.
Yeah, I was going to say she's not evil. She's nothing.
No, but she's very girly girl.
Yeah, very girly.
She's a very girly girl.
When you think of Delta, do you think of
no, because
Paula?
Delta looks completely different to Paula. They're chalk and cheese, but it's the personality. It's something about being a girly girl that makes her so, you know, and expressions that Paula uses I give to Delta. Yeah. Things that she does, I mean,
sort of mannerisms.
Yes, like when they get into the house and there's all the dust and the dirt, and she's like, I'm not going in there. You know, absolutely not. I wouldn't even step in there, and that's just what I would expect Paula. She can kill me. This is exactly what I expect Paula to do. So yeah, I steal from that, definitely.
So we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the book in a moment, but we've had some questions from some of your fans on your Facebook site, and hopefully you're going to be able to give wonderful answers without giving any secrets away about the third book. So firstly, the first question is how do you pronounce the names and places in the book? So there's
the baddie's Iscariot.
Yeah,
that's the one everybody gets stuck on. There's Iscariot. The prison planet is Alkany. I can't think of anything else at the minute in these next two books. I think the aliens in book 2, it's down to interpretation. I would never say to anybody, if they pronounce it a certain way, that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like the Grindari, things like that, Chelemi. They're all things that I've sort of created, and so they sound a certain way to me, but just because you pronounce them differently doesn't make it wrong. It's how you feel. But Iscariot is Iscariot. Yeah, Iscariot Crow.
Iscariot Crow. So will Val and Sam ever get it on?
I think that the story so far leads, gives you an inclination of where it's going, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that.
No!
No, sorry.
That's mean.
Yeah, I am.
So are we going to see new characters introduced into the later books?
Book 3, there's a whole group of new characters come in straight away. Loads more characters. There are so many more characters to come in all the books.
And are these going to be characters that we're sort of going to grow to love, like we have Val and Shane?
Both sides of the book, I think. You know, there's always going to be, because obviously with the ending of book 2, Iscariot got taken away. So you've got your main, obviously we've got Layla arrived, but your main villain is gone, you know, and it's got to expand. It's got to expand because she has this connection now with other worlds, you know, it's going to expand, but I can't tell you any more than that.